Good morning, students. Welcome to the lecture series of parallel computing. In today's lecture, I am going to discuss the models of parallel computation and the processor organization. Basically, there are three models of parallel computation, and these are processor array, multiprocessor, and the multi-computer. As we are as we are having more number of processor in the multi-computer, so we have to organize this processor in a proper way so that the complexity will be low, the throughput will be high. So we have 9 different processor organization. These are mesh network, binary tree network, hypertree network, pyramid network, butterfly network, hypercube network, cube connected system cycles network, shuffle exchange network, and de Bruijn network. We will study all these 9 network in detail, how the processes are organized in each network, and what is whether this network are useful or not. There are 4 different criteria through which we can evaluate the effectiveness of this processor organization. Whether these processor organizations are useful or not can be judged using 4 criteria. And these 4 criteria are diameter, bisection width of the network, number of edges per node, and the maximum edge length. But before that, we need to understand how these processors are organized inside a computer. The processors, or what do you mean by a processor organization? Processor organization is defined as a method of connecting processors in a parallel computer. As we are having more number of processors, so we need to arrange this processor in a proper way. So processor organization is the method of connecting these processors. We connect this processor using a graph. Here the nodes represents the number of processor and the edge represents the communication path between the pair of processor. Let's discuss the 4 criteria in detail. First, we need to define what it is a diameter. It is the largest distance between the two nodes in the network. If we have organized, let's see, if there are 8 number of processors and we have organized these processors in the form of a graph, then each processors are connected to each other in some pattern. So what is the diameter? The diameter is the maximum distance between the two nodes in the network. And in order to have a low complexity, the diameter should also be low. If the diameter is low, we can say that yes, the network arrangement is good. Now let's see the bisection width of the network. It is the minimum number of edges that can be removed in order to make the network into two halves. If by removing the number of edges, if we are able to divide the network into two halves, then we can say that yes, the bisection width of the network is good. And in order to the bisection width should always be high, as it puts a lower bound on the complexity of the parallel algorithm. The third is number of edges per node. The number of edges per node should be independent of the network size. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि अगर नंबर ऑफ प्रोसेसर हम इंक्रीज कर रहे हैं तो नंबर ऑफ एजेस पर नोड भी इंक्रीज होना चाहिए, या अगर हमने नंबर ऑफ प्रोसेसर डिक्रीज कर दिया है किसी नेटवर्क में तो उसके नंबर ऑफ एजेस पर नोड डिक्रीज कर रहे हैं. इट शुड बी इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ द नेटवर्क साइज. देन यू कैन से दैट yes, the network is a good one. And the maximum edge length. The maximum edge length should also be constant. and it should be independent of the network size. If the nodes and the edges are laid out in 3D spaces so that the maximum edge length is constant independent of the network size, then it is a good network. Now we will study the various type of processor organization in detail, and we will start with the mesh network. Now, a mesh network is a that network which consists of a QD lattice. Q is the number of whether it is a one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional. Q is the value and D represents the dimensional, which dimensional lattice is that. And in the mesh network, the communication is allowed only between the two neighboring nodes. Let's take an example that we have taken a two-dimensional network. Okay, then here the communication is allowed only between the two Q nodes. Sometimes we also have a wrap around connection that I will discuss with you, and the diameter of a QD mesh network with k to the power q node is given as q into k minus 1. The diameter is given as q into k minus 1, and the bisection width of the QD mesh is given as k to the power q minus 1. Let's make it a bracket, okay, over here, k to the power q minus 1 when we have a k to the power q node. Here the maximum edges per node is 2q and the maximum edge length is constant. Some of the example of the parallel machine which have a mesh network are your Marpar MP1, Intel Paragon XP X. These are the machines which where the mesh network is used to organize the processor. Now let's see how the architecture of the or how the processors are organized inside the mesh network. If we have a 16 number of nodes, and it is arranged in the form of a two-dimensional lattice. It is arranged in the form of a two-dimensional lattice, and here we have k to the power q node. The value of q is 2 here. So, and we are taking 4 to the power 2. So, we will have a 16 number of nodes. So, how these are arranged? These are arranged in the form of a lattice, and here we have 16 number of processor, and these are arranged in the form of a two-dimensional lattice. Now, in my next session, I will explain you what is a wrap around 2D mesh network.